Hi guys, so since the update is absolutely horrendous and apparently even the boss himself has realized that his update was absolute garbage, he figured out how do we actually get a couple of the players back, because the players have literally been World War refugees. They have decided to escape anime fighters to just go play literally anything else than anime fighters. So he turned back 5x for every single event, and would you look at that, the game is back to 72,000 players, which is honestly pretty okay. Like 72,000 players is a lot, especially for a game that didn't get updated. Like, it's a pretty good player base. But anyway, so with 5x events, I actually said to myself, is it possible to get that room 50 of the impossible trial for the extra equip done? Now, obviously, I gave up on trying to get a full team of 460 double guards because I thought that new update was gonna come, but you know, since we didn't get anything new this update, I decided to carry on with my team, and I'll show you guys the method that I'm actually making those double guard units, and you can get up to 2 units every 3 days with this method. Might even be faster, actually. I'm not sure. It might even be faster. It might even be 1 unit a day. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of people are doing this wrong. So I'm here to actually show you guys how to actually do the correct method. Now, first things first, you only need to hatch 1 unit, like literally for this to work. And depending on how you are as a player, like, you can adjust to this, okay? This is literally the way that even a noob can make an extremely good team. So carry on with me here. The only things that you will need to have in order to actually continue on with this video is a good team of time units. You don't even need to have like double light speeds. I know double light speeds is kind of a luxury for most people, but trust me guys, you can go ahead and you can get those single light speed units. Like, they're very easy to get. Just go ahead, trade a couple of fragments, which you get a lot of from the tower anyway, for some summer shards, and get a mythical unit and use 2 shards each to roll, or you can even get a common, like, and roll with 1 shard, and just try to get like a full team of lightspeed units just to have a decent time multiplier. Furthermore, you're gonna need a team of draconic units in order to have a respectable amount of like drops multiplier to actually farm some rerolls on the tower. I actually have tested out and I've experimented with the tower with various drop multipliers, and let's say that you can get something like 180x, which should pretty much mean a full team of like draconics, maybe 1 or 2 double draconics if you have, which shouldn't be too hard even for like a middle of the pack player. Like, that's something that you can definitely do. I've said it many times, invest in your utility teams, they will carry you to the later stages of the game. But yeah, anyway, so like about 180x drops should give you something like 700-800 rerolls every tower, which is honestly really good. So with that in mind, and with a whole bunch of reroll tokens at our disposal which we can farm, I'm going to show you the exact way to actually do this, and this is the fastest method possible. And the best part about this, guys, you don't have to do anything instead of doing 1 tower every 1 hour for like 15 minutes, and that's literally it. So anyway, I'm gonna pull up this picture that I just cooked on Photoshop, and basically this is the branch that we're gonna be using, because all of this is possible thanks to the clone machine. Clone machine, beautiful. I wish it never leaves the game. If I was a game developer / owner, I would keep the dupe machine in the game, or the clone machine, whatever. I would keep this in the game, just on a slightly different like way. And do we have anything to gamble here? We don't. We literally have nothing to gamble with the machine. That's kind of unlucky. Right, do we just do this? Do we just gamble the double ups? A good gambler needs to fit his gambling addiction, so I guess that's what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna cash out. There we go. Wasn't that bad, but anyway, guys, so back to the actual drawing here that I have. So let's say that we're gonna use Judan as an experiment like this on this, right? But it doesn't matter. Maybe you can't get Judan, or maybe you get a Daiso, or you get a Rian or something. It doesn't matter, right? So we go ahead, we clone the Judano once, right? And then we end up with 2 Judanos. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna use 1 of these Judanos, and you're gonna get the passive that you desire to get on your unit. Now, if you feel like you wanna go for that hardcore gameplay, you should go for protagonists. but God is also okay. I would suggest having at least one protagonist on your team, and even if you don't reroll it off, like just keep one protagonist for this extra 10 levels. Like it's gonna do you wonders, even damage-wise. So you can get on the top spot, because it's gonna be 2 passives eventually, you can get either a protagonist or a god, and that's completely fine. So what do we need to do now? We have to clone either of these 2 units. We're just gonna stick with the right side for now, just so we can get done with it. Now, we need to clone the Giordano one more time, right? So it either has the protagonist passive or the god passive. Now, a divine with a secret passive is 60 hours clone time. It's really, really fast, especially if you have a high time multiplier. Like me right now with 27x or something multiplier, obviously it goes way too fast for me, but you're probably gonna have less, which is okay, but still, like 60 hours is nothing. So eventually we end up with 2 Giordanos with protagonist or god, right? So at that point, we're done. Now, we wanna go over to the left side. Now, left side, we got that other cloned Giordano that we had eventually, without any passives. We wanna clone this one time, and that will be 30 hours, and then we want to clone it one more time, which will be 60 hours. That equals essentially the secret passive Giordano, right? So in total we spent 120 hours, which is not a lot of time. It is not a lot of time. And that's it, guys. This is one limit broken unit. So as you can see, like on the right side, we obviously have like 2 Giordanos with our secret passive. One of them is going to be used to be limit broken. The other one is our reserve. And on the left side, we have 3 Giordanos. Now, the 2 in the bottom are going to be the sacrificial units, and the one in the far left, again, is going to be the reserve to continue on doing the same exact process. And that's how it works. So we have our units, you throw them into the limit breaker, and that's it. Obviously, you shine in first, that's 300 divine fruits, which nobody really cares about. Like if you do a dungeon, if you have high amounts of drops, you're just gonna end up capping your divine fruits with a single dungeon. I'm actually not exaggerating. I think you can cap in a single dungeon if you have a high multiplier. But yeah, so basically you're gonna throw these 3 units in, and then we have our far left units on the left and right side, which we're gonna be doing the exact same process again. We clone the passive unit once for 60 hours, and then we clone the non-passive unit twice for 30 hours each, another 60 hours. And that is the same process that you're going to be repeating again and again and again. Now, the downside, as I said, with this this method of playing the game, this is, by the way, this is by far the fastest method to clone your units, is that you're going to need a lot of reroll tokens. Because after hitting that passive, what you want to go ahead and do is you want to go and then you want to roll for a second passive. Again, as I said, depending on what you do and depending on what your goal says, it will vary. Now, here's an exception to this rule, what you can also do, which might be better for some people that don't really spend that much time like on top of their PC to constantly, pull out the units and put other units in the incubator. What you can do is you can go ahead, you can grab the unit and you can roll for double protagonist. So you see here, this unit, for example, used to be double protagonist and now it's been rolled. We're trying to get double god. I actually got this first god in 50 rolls. And then I spent 3,000 Requiem tokens and I didn't get the bottom one, but it doesn't matter. So basically, if you are willing to go for double protagonist, what you can do is you can get double protagonist, you level the unit to 460, and then you roll both of the passives off. Now, as you guys know, obviously, I mentioned it earlier as well, a normal divine was 30 hours, and the divine with the secret passive was 60 hours. So that means that passives affect the clone timer. So what you can do is once you level up the unit to 460, you can just go ahead, you can reroll the passives off for double gray passives, like some complete garbage, like the worst passives, like these passives. You can roll until you get one of these gray passives, because these passives do not add extra timer. And then what you can do is you can limit break, you can clone the double limit broken level 460 Giordano. So essentially, all you have to do after that is hit the double god, right? Now, it's a viable strategy for people that are trying to get like the best unit in the game. But if you're somebody that's like satisfied with having only one protagonist, like a level 450 unit and like god on the secondary and not rolling it off, this strategy won't work. So I'm just pointing it out that this is something that you can do as well. But the strategy that I explained earlier is the most efficient way to actually get units. And yeah, as you can see right here, basically doing exactly this thing. We're waiting for this limit broken Giordano to be done. We are cloning a normal Giordano. We're gonna have 3 of them. We have 2 of these, and we can just go ahead and throw it into the limit breaker as well. So yeah, obviously I need to farm a crap loads of reroll tokens at this point because we really don't seem to have any. I blew all of my reroll tokens away and I don't really have any more left. But yeah, that hopefully should give you an idea of how to do it. Like, again, as I said, this applies to almost every single player. Like, as long as you have a decent time multiplier and a decent drops boost, you can literally make an exceptional team thanks to the clone machine. And yeah, hopefully if you watch this video up until this point, you actually know how to do it now. And if you watch this video up until here, okay, type in the chat, what do we type? 430 SL. 430 SL. Shout out to my boy SL underscore. He's dead once again. Last we saw him was like a month ago, maybe. I don't know. It's been a while since we saw him. But yeah, anyway, guys, that was pretty much it for this video. I hope it helped you. And as always, if you liked it, make sure to click the like and subscribe button down below. So I'll see you guys all on the next one. Take care.